Hi, welcome in. I'm your master cosmologist. I'm just hopping on to do a continuation of today's daily, a little part two, just a little follow-up because as I was packing up my cards, I felt kind of incomplete, like there was something that wanted to also be revealed, come out. I pulled a card to follow up, and I received the 𝗵𝗻𝗀𝗀𝗀, which has a knife right through a heart. The moon is in Leo, and I was relating that we're in a vice that is squeezing out feelings that are not self-love and the times where we went against ourself and we're not protective of our own heart. And this card made me really think about when I speak about Leo, I often, like most people, only pick up on the highlights of Leo. It's a very positive, inspired, motivated, cheerful, joy-filled, solar yang, go get it kind of energy. However, every sign has a dark side or a polar opposite. And this card was like, oh, yeah, you can't forget that Leo also deals with heartache and pain when we are not self-loving or when a relationship goes not the way we'd hoped it would. I will read the 𝗵𝗻𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 because I feel like it's pretty potent for today, where there is some sorrow and pain of unrequited love or relationships that ended and were painful. It says, one of the paradoxes of existence is that to feel the depths of love, you must be willing to face the depths of heartache and pain. In the 𝗵𝗻𝗀𝗀𝗀s, the energy of loss hangs heavy and heartbreak seems imminent, if it's not already putting on a show. This is a time of nostalgia, of longing for what's been, of thinking of the pain over and over again, of digging the knife into the wound. It's imperative to recognize the pain you're leaving behind, but you shouldn't sink into emotional masochism or excuse distressing behaviors. Instead, open your eyes to the way you've caused yourself to suffer. Witness the pain and name it so you can release it. Take what it's teaching you and move on. Remember that the underworld experience of heartache you're experiencing reflects the amount of love you have in your heart. Affirmation: the depths of my heart ground me in my magic, love, power, and wisdom. Journal question: what is this pain trying to teach me and guide me toward? So what I'm picking up here the most is that we are kind of on a little memory lane nostalgia journey, which I picked up in the other reading as well. We pulled the nostalgia Six of Cups card, where this processing is coming up to take the good and bless the pain, thank it for its lessons, and to move on in that grounded magic of love, power, and wisdom. The pain shouldn't break you, it should empower you. What has it taught you? This Leo moon is a crystallization of true love where you won't go against yourself. I was putting the rose deck away and it had the lover on the bottom, which is pretty potent Leo energy. And then right as I was debating if I would hit record, I had a sale come through on my Etsy shop, which was my crystal lion. And I was like, really? This is pretty much a picture of the moon in Leo. If you had kind of cleaned up any trauma out of all of the trauma out of your system and stepped into the glory of Leo energy, it's just this crystalline lion that is impenetrable to this behavior because it loves itself and it holds this as its lion-hearted quintessence. But I'm sad to see my lion go because it's been on my desk for 2 years now and it hasn't sold. And it sold right when I was talking about the Leo moon and protecting our heart. And I was also talking about our pussy. Shutting down the portal so that only the finest wand goes into the pussy portal from now on. How perfect, right? Let's pull a card for the blessing that we're receiving in this kind of tough energy right now. The Crone of Cups, which is the King of Cups. There's a mirror on here, and I'm really drawn to the quality, the reflective quality that the lover has as a divine mirror. Like, thank you. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for showing me the treatment I do deserve, because it's not this. I gotta stop crying on camera. Holy moly. Crone of Cups. I do want to glance at it. It's about embodied wisdom and lived experience. It would be lunar since it's cups. It's like this really matured love. Your love has matured. I was trying to pull something out of the blossoms where she was seeing herself as this fully developed rose. It does feel to me that you have developed. You've actually developed what true love is, because love isn't pain. Love doesn't bring this onto the table. You know, it doesn't cause heart attack and trespass and trauma and suffering and tears. I just keep hearing today over and over, that's not love, you know, that's not love. If someone's done this to your heart, that's not love, you know, someone that truly loves you would treat you like this, which is his lion-hearted. I'm just feeling like this is at the center of this crystal lion. This is his heart. It's this fully developed bright red rose. It says, to the way you bloom like a rose, if you're devoted to love. There's this different level of devotion to the temple of love. You as a holy temple, your heart as the heart, the hearth, the heart fire, never to be extinguished, never to be stomped out, never to be crushed. There's this leonic protection of the heart. There's a ferocity. It guards the heart at all times and protects it and serves it. It serves the heart. So one more card here. I did leave the flirt card out. It felt super important. I think that's going to be the final piece that I took. The Eight of Cups. I'm just going to be blunt. I'm hearing walking away from being treated like an ass, or, walking away from an asshole. Like, talk to the ass, watch the ass walk away, watch it go, You had this kind of thing, but you didn't treat it. You treated it like a piece of meat instead of like the precious rose that it was, kind of quality. Take this how you will. The flirt card, it does feel like, since you are now the lion, the crystal lion on full-time duty of this fully developed, fully matured rose heart, your lion qualities, the innocent child, the playful nature can come back. There's this need to there's vigilance without hypervigilance, and the need to be overly defensive and that it's safe to play again. It's safe to behave as the lion inner self, the inner child. There's a quality of you have a very responsible inner king that's managing the emotions, that's managing the treatment, how others behave around you, and not letting those emotions take you down, break your own heart, lower your value, lower your self-worth. And because the parental unit on duty is so strong, you can flirt with life again. You can play again. And you're going to probably feel really youthful and playful by the time we get to Regulus moon, high Leo. So hang in there if it feels a little tough, if you feel a lot of heartache, betrayal, like love hurts. Love hurts is kind of the vibes for the next day or so. And then there should be a nice healing quality that comes in, and access to lion qualities, lion feelings, lion vibes. All right, thanks for joining me, and I will catch you on another video. Bye.